We are going to be going live in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Chill, fool.
We are not chilling, Thu. We are going to be going live
Chill.
now. What is up,
Let
everybody?
me.
It is your boys of Better
Are
Things
we
to
live?
Do.
Are we live?
We are live. I
Uh,
I'm catching you guys off guard.
I am
See,
big alive.
uh,
it is your boy Jay Z Prods as always. King underscore Yuli and No Soul double underscore. We're gonna roll on. We're gonna roll the intro and then we're gonna get right to it. Alrighty, you live with the big flex. He can afford all the hand sanitizer, and
Do we
you
need it still?
and you plebs don't. Well, I don't know. Okay, so the protest happened, right? No knock on on those events that transpired. However, what about the Rona? This is in fact. Oh, and I forgot to say it. This is in fact another episode of the quarantine edition of the Better Things to Do podcast, and we're still technically in quarantine. Some shit is still opening up.
Mhm.
Some restaurants. I've seen a lot of posts on Instagram of people like eating at places, at restaurants, sit down restaurants. I'm still like if I'm getting some like outside food, I'm still getting it delivered. I'm not really going out either. But I see that a lot of people are starting to go out, and then I think I saw on Twitter that Vegas is
Mhm.
popping.
Vegas
oh
is
yeah.
popping from what I saw too.
Yep.
It's
It,
like all of a sudden the Rona went home. However, I did see a report that in some states the cases are spiking again.
yeah.
So could it be the protest? Who knows? Because the protests have only been going on for a week, and supposedly symptoms take about 2 weeks to fully show up. So it could be that it was that Memorial Weekend where a lot of people were still going out, or a lot of people went out because it was Memorial Weekend. Because the like Santa Monica, I remember, and Venice were like packed.
hmm
Um, but other than that, who knows? I mean, I hope it doesn't. But given current events, I feel like we might see a second wave a little sooner than expected.
Good news though is that in Australia, they said that they're completely like free of it. Like the
Really?
last person who
Was
was
it Australia or New Zealand?
that whole region over there. I think I saw
What do you mean?
Australia for sure. Unless it
I
was
had read. I had read New Zealand.
oh well, one of them those guys that told that is it's one of those guys. But anyways, like so there's like places where it's like already they're doing their like priority to like get rid of it and like I guess I think it might have actually been New Zealand, so good call. But they're like completely done. The last person who had it, like they oh my god, there's a fly in here. They cured not cured him, but like they his symptoms gone away. So like they're completely like they could say 100% it's gone.
That's good.
Yeah. So
Is that the only place or?
from what I've heard, yeah. So that New Zealand. I mean, I guess it is a small like island, but still.
Yeah. Yeah, I think the places that are gonna be the first ones to like get better are places like New Zealand, right?
Mhm.
Um,
Yes.
that that are gonna get that are gonna be the first ones to get better because they are pretty isolated. I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure they closed all their ports, all their airports. So
Yeah, New Zealand to lift all restrictions as it declares itself virus free.
Let's
oof,
go.
there you
Susie.
go. There you go. But we'll see.
And here, they started. I just saw like on Instagram that Gold's Gym is opening up.
Oof.
Oof.
Not all of them, but some of them are opening up. Montclair, Fullerton. Um, I don't think the Westco one's open yet, but that's because I think it's because it's in a mall.
Hmm.
Well, they opened the mall now, but not a lot of stores. But like like
Which one? The
uh,
LP,
yeah,
the Puente Hills Mall was open, but
yeah, yeah,
it already didn't have any stores to begin with.
right. Like the places
So
that we want open, like the movies and like Round One,
Oh,
they're still closed.
AMC, I think they're closing down completely.
Ooh,
really,
Yes. Let me
interesting.
double check. AMC theaters
Wow, dude.
closing.
I hope it doesn't, cause like that was like one thing that I love like doing by myself is just going to the movies by myself and just like watch or like whenever there's a hot movie, like go to the premiere
Let me
by
see.
myself. Like that was like a great pastime of me. So hopefully it's not closed.
Let me see.
um,
I found an article. Let me see. The headline for this article, it says AMC Entertainment expects to be fully open globally in July. Post expected massive Q1 loss. I'm not sure what that massive Q1 loss means. However,
However,
it seems that because for the small time that they reopened, they've made a good profit, enough to keep them afloat.
mhm.
interesting. I didn't even think there's like movies out that are like worth like going out to go see.
Yeah. This other headline says AMC stock hits highest point since February as COVID comeback hopes kick in. So okay, yeah, I had heard that they were expected to close, but I
Mhm.
guess since people are starting to go out, I think I'm assuming that movies are one of those things that people really want to get back into. So I guess, I mean, good for them. They will
Oh shit!
they'll reopen.
I think I might have swallowed the fly. But I was gonna say if I can
Man,
breathe. That
man, it went to take you
um,
out.
I
You
know,
bigot.
but um, actually now that I was thinking of it, like I love going to movies, but when it's myself, because Loki, I don't like watching movies when there's like a big crowd, especially just because there's always the people screaming and like the woo, and like it's not like I don't think that's the
There,
vibe to watching movies. Um,
there's, because there are some people that are like, man, fuck the movie theaters, just release them to home, and I'm like, but the movie theaters is the experience.
yeah. See, I like that only because of the big screen and sound. Like I can't get
Yeah,
that really at my house. Uh,
it's
but
not
then
the same.
it's the audience that like kills me sometimes, especially like when I saw like both of the last Avenger movies that came out. There's one guy behind me on the first day that I went that like ruined it like the whole time. He just kept talking and talking and talking, and when everyone's telling him to shut up, like he wouldn't. So I like bought a ticket for the next day just so I could see it again because like my whole experience was ruined.
Yeah.
And same thing happened with Endgame, the last thing. Like someone just wouldn't shut up, and then I was like, "Fine, dude." Like I paid more attention to this guy than the movie, so I saw it again the next day by myself.
Yeah.
Do you at
So
least know the lore of that guy?
was that
And do you at least know the lore behind that guy that you were paying attention to? Like,
the very
what's
first
his
one? I
what's
kind
his
of knew.
origin story?
The very first one, he was like a big black dude, and like uh but like he smelled, and it was just like one of those like geeky characters that are like they don't really like pay attention to like how their body smells can affect other people. It's like the whole time
Mm,
he was like stenching up the place and he was just talking and it was just like, come on, either one or the other. Like, dude, Portuguese, like if you're gonna talk, at least don't smell. Um, so that's like enough lore I know from him.
it's a PSA. If you're gonna
Yeah,
go and ruin someone's experience,
just
either just think
yeah.
or just don't shut up.
Don't give
But
me
don't
the two-piece combo. Like give the homie a chance.
Yeah, I've gone to see movies by myself like once or twice,
Mhm,
and it's a whole different experience because you don't have to pay around. You don't have to pay attention to like your crew that you go with. It's
mhm,
just you, and then like it's that like leave one seat of space between people rule. So it's like
mhm.
just you, two empty seats, and you're just paying attention to the movie the whole time.
Yes. Yeah. The
So
only exception for me would be like comedies. If we ever go to see a comedy movie together, like I don't care, bust out, talk the whole time, we make jokes. Um, but when it's like a superhero movie or like a blockbuster type movie, I'm like, all right, I kind of want to pay attention.
I'm like that, but not for comedies, but for horror movies.
Okay, that I don't mind either, just because it distracts me from the scary stuff.
I like seeing you get scared.
Yeah, no, I don't
I like seeing you jump.
Yeah, I'm a big
And if there's something that happens that's funny, I like to be able to like do a quick commentary with the person next to me. Like when we went to go see It Chapter 2,
uh,
and there was a like that where Beverly, the girl, goes to like her old house, and there's
Oh,
like this
yeah,
old
yeah.
lady there, and she's like looking at this old like the old postcard, I think, with a poem on it. And then like down the hallway you see the old lady, but then she like skanks into like the other room.
yeah.
Funny.
She's just
She does that. She like,
pretty much, yeah.
into the other room. But it's like that weird like claymation, like it's not like super like
Smooth. She, like,
smooth. Yeah, it's
she,
really
like-
choppy. It's really creepy looking. Or
Yeah.
when Pennywise like turns into a baby from cyberbullying. That's how they
yeah,
beat him.
Yeah.
He basically goes into the YouTube comment section, and then that's how they beat Pennywise. And then like
Spoiler.
and then he's like a little baby with a big ass head, and then he just goes like he
And then he's
like
like-
puts his head down, and he goes,
Yeah.
and then it
he
just
like,
splatters.
turns into pudding, and he's just like, yeah.
That shit was funny. It looked like in my head, it looked like a marshmallow
Mhm.
that you had like heating up. It's not like burnt or anything, but you had it heating up, and then you just like throw it on the ground and it just goes. That's what Pennywise's head looked like.
Who would have
True.
thought that Pennywise was such a little bitch?
I know.
I know, dude.
For
That's
a-
how you take him down. You cyberbully him.
I mean, it makes sense. He was harassing a bunch of kids. Who
Ooh,
could
good.
only take on
He was-
kids.
Because he was bullied as a kid, so he had
Yeah,
to take
dude.
it out and dress as a clown.
The characters are like, "You're a simp. You're a simp. You're a simp." And
Like,
it's
I
like,
always said you're
"I'm
You're a simp.
Like, I'm not a simp. I killed that girl over there.
not."
Like, you're a
Well, while
simp.
we're on the topic of
You're
topic
an
of
incel.
movies. Oh, what?
An incel.
What is that?
You don't know what an incel is? You don't know what an incel is?
Insulin. Or like
No.
when diabetes?
No. Incel.
Oh, like an inbred?
Not an inbred. An incel.
Oh, that's the computer program. The
Not
maker.
Intel.
Oh,
Yuli's like, when two cousins hook up.
oh no, that's inbred.
Uh,
Oh, that's incest. Fuck.
An incel is basically someone that treats women like shit.
Okay.
Like, let me see. Let me give you the Urban Dictionary definition. Okay.
Can I use it in a
Oh
sentence?
my god, it's a very long it's a very long definition, so I'll try to sum her up. It says incel, aka involuntary celibate, is a person, usually a male, who has a horrible personality and treats women like sexual objects and think his lack of sex life comes from being ugly when it's really just his blatant sexism and terrible attitude. That's what an incel is.
So a dick.
Yeah.
That makes sense though.
Yeah. So
Term incel.
so Pennywise was an incel.
Oh, so this whole time he just needed to get laid.
Yes.
He just needed his.
He thought he thought his 30 rows of teeth were too ugly, but in reality it was his creepiness.
And his 5 head.
He would.
It's more like his dick.
What were you gonna say, Eula?
While we're on the topic of movies, let's dive in a little deeper. What the hell So like since we're talking about AMC and ours specifically, so they have the lines right to go talk to the people, and that's where you buy your tickets.
Oh yeah, yeah.
But then they
This
added
ticket
the
booth.
machines to go buy your own tickets.
Mm-hmm.
But like they want you to start using the machine part,
Yes.
but they still have like someone in the back helping you use the machines.
Yes.
So I'm like, I don't think you need like 5 people to help you do like help you with the self service.
You'd be surprised. And out of everyone, you work in retail.
Uh,
You shouldn't be surprised.
I guess so.
Think of all the boomers.
Okay, there is a lot of boomers. Okay,
You
mostly maybe just because I don't work up at the front with the self checkouts. So
Yeah.
maybe I don't know what they do over there.
because you're tech
But like,
savvy. You can
true.
figure it out because you were born with a lot of technology around you. Think of someone who still has a flip phone.
Mm,
I wish I
I,
had a flip phone.
I sell flip phones literally like every day now.
Burners.
I didn't. I don't. You'd be surprised. So many people just come in with like, "Hey, let me get a prepaid phone." Blah blah blah. They just bounce.
We also do live in La Puente, so there's that.
True. Okay, so now another thing about the movie theaters. What the hell are these prices on these like box of Skittles that I want to get, but I have to pay like as a like if I'm paying for a filet mignon. Like, hello?
You're paying for that premium.
No. Let me get a water bottle, $1. Let me get a pack of the Debs. What are those ice cream cones? The Debs, right?
Mhm.
Dibs.
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 Let me get a little cup of those, and let me get the nachos for like $3, not like the $9 nachos
I found
that
your
come with
answer.
a little.
I found your answer.
What's my answer?
It says it says this is because when a theater shows a film, part of the money made from selling the tickets must go to the movie distributors, while 100% of the profit from the concessions stay with the theater. So, um, the theaters charge a high concession prices in order to keep the cost of the ticket lower. So you can either have dollar snacks and $30 tickets, or $6.50 tickets, $6.50 tickets, but pay like $6 for a water.
I'd rather go with the more expensive tickets, or let's see, because like the cheapest ticket is probably that the 650 like on a Sunday morning.
Yeah, at
So you're
Edwards.
watching it like in regular, but I like ever since IMAX came out, like that's
Yes,
my thing. I
IMAX
need to see it
is
in IMAX.
yes,
So like I'm okay with paying like the $17 ticket to go see it.
yes.
So then I have to go to like McDonald's beforehand and like sneak in a chicken or two, just so I don't have to pay these concession prices. The only thing I'll pay for is maybe like a large popcorn, but like everything else, like sorry, fam.
Jack has the biggest advantage here because the way you get away from all of that is have a lady in your group.
Ooh.
Purses
So
Have a
I
heavy
lady in your group.
and then she
Have her
just hides
bring
them.
like. That's not where you would hide them.
Oh,
and the
Not
purse.
in there. In a purse.
Yes.
Have a bigger than usual purse. Go to the 99-cent store. Get all
For
your
some reason, I
snacks.
thought a bigger than usual set of boobs. So I hide them with.
Okay. Pro tip for all you guys that have ladies, um, if you're trying to sneak in chips, don't like put them in a bag, maybe a Ziploc bag, because
So they don't make noise.
if you take out the wrapper in the middle of the theater, you're gonna look like a clown. I speak from personal
Yeah.
experience. Take out like a box of a bag of hot Cheetos, and it's like in the middle of a scary movie.
And then everyone's like, yeah.
No, there you got to know what to take. You got to take quiet stuff.
Bananas,
So candies are good.
raspberries,
If you're
blueberries.
In the boxes.
uh, if you're gonna take chips, take something like Pringles or Stacks that don't come in a bag that just you can just pop open. Um, although it does make a crunch noise, So you got to keep in mind of that. You don't
Wait,
want to
can,
be like
can you do that pop sound
in
one
the
more time?
middle.
Ooh, thank you.
Candy's usually a good way to go.
Mm.
Have your beverages también.
Sour Patch Kids.
That way, the only thing you need to get at the theater is like popcorn or nachos.
Yeah, but fellas, if you're also gonna sneak in a snack, sneak in a Subway footlong. Trust.
Where?
Stuff it in your pants. They'll never know. And I tell you, I'm never been
Okay.
caught.
Well, what if someone calls your bluff?
Uh,
What if they're like, nah, fam, you ain't packing heat.
they like reach down there. Give me that.
Like, what is?
That would be so embarrassing if someone calls your bluff.
I mean, I'm only
Yuli's
saying
walk.
this because. Oh, was that?
Yuli's walking with a foot long, and like the whole time in his head is like, "Oh, you can tell by the way I use my walk and my words." He's like
I'm
he's
just-
like walking to that like with all
I'm
the
like-
swagger in the world.
Yeah, I'm like specifically walking like.
like that Spider-Man scene.
Yeah.
I'm like doing the Tobey Maguire
Spider-Man
look the
3.
whole time and just letting it. Like no one will suspect the thing. It's just normal.
And then the chick that's like taking your ticket, like she'll take your ticket and you're about to walk in, she's like, "What is this?"
Or even
Hands is
ooh,
you. and
okay.
you're
even worse. She asks you for your number.
Oh no!
And then she's like, damn, daddy, I'll see you after the movie in the parking lot. I see you're packing.
And then after, when we meet, we can have a romantic dinner, a nice little foot-long tuna sub, and then we're set, dude. I'm only,
Oh, no. He disconnected. Oh, there he is.
dude. I told you it
I
was gonna
just-
happen. Oh,
No, I clicked the camera off button.
Ah.
I'm only saying this will work because I've done it. On my what's it called? The senior when we go to Disneyland. Grand night.
Senior night,
Oh.
grad night, senior night.
I snuck in a Subway, dude, and then like I make sure I wear my baggiest joggers, the ones with like the big sack at the front, and like I got lucky because the footlong like I didn't stuff it like this. Well, I did, but then after like it sagged, and it was just like my joggers were so saggy that like it was able to lay flat. So if anyone thought I had like, if I was packing, they probably like, what the hell? What the hell is he packing in there?
So like the foot long sandwich tasted like eggs or what? What the fuck? What kind of flavor did you get out of that?
Well, I mean, it was a tuna sub, so like
Ah, man.
I guess the
Oh,
egg
so it already smelled like that.
is already a little fishy.
Zoinks.
Yeah.
Speaking of Disneyland, I kind of miss going to Disneyland. Having an annual pass was legitness.
It was legitness until it was time to pay for the pass.
Very true. And then when you lost your job, and you were like, "Oh shit, how am I gonna pay for this?" Oh yeah, let me call, and maybe they can pause my payments. They're like, "Nah, fam, we don't do that broke shit around here."
Where do you live? La Puente. Oh, you're that LA County bullshit. This is Orange County. You pay for your ticket.
And he's like, "Get out of here, bitch."
Yeah, we had it for 2 years, and it was cool. Like, yeah, I think it would, having a Disney pass is one of those things that you can have for a year, and then take like a year off, maybe 2, and then you can have it again, because we did it back to back, and like our first year, like the first 6 months, it was like we didn't have anything to do. All right, let's go. We didn't, like, because we had the AP plus or whatever, so it came with already paid parking. So we didn't worry about anything. It was just gas that we had to worry about. So for 6 months, like every day, hey, you want to do something? Yeah, let's go to Disneyland. Want to do something? Yeah, let's go to Disneyland. It was like, it was good for the first 6 months, and then after that, like the last 6, we went maybe like 10 times, if that, in 6 months.
Man. But we ended up doing the calculation, no? And then like if you go 12 times throughout the whole time,
Yeah,
like it was worth. Like you made the pass worth because
yeah,
it like added up. That's how many like tickets added up.
yeah,
So I think by the time I had it, like I think I've gone, I think I went at least like 12 times where it was like, all right, it was worth enough for me.
yeah.
Um, but then at that point, it was just like I was just I had so many like bills and then like so many like credit card stuff that I was paying off where I was like $89. Like it hurt every time I
I
saw
had
that
I had
Disney.
two of them, bro. I was paying 179.
Oof.
That shit
Yeah.
hurted.
But now it was such a relief when right when the last day of my Disney pass, I went back and like, all right, let me calculate this. So I was there like in Karen mode, or what would be like a nice like assistant like at the desk. I was in Susan mode. And I was just like,
Susan.
all right. So then let me take off my Disney pass. Like I canceled Netflix. I kept Spotify. I canceled like WWE Network and like all these subscriptions. I was just taking off left, right. And dude, like, who would have thought if you don't pay for stuff, you have more money? Like, bro,
Wild concept.
Big
You should
shit.
be in. You should help the economics of this country.
Yeah, you should
bro,
hit
it's so easy, bro.
Trump and be like, yo, I can make America great again with you.
It's so easy. Just stop paying for stuff you
Trump
can't afford.
trust.
Hello, bro, hire
Yeah,
me.
it's interesting how like subscriptions,
They add
like
up.
yes, they add up in a creepy way.
Yeah.
It's like you don't realize how much money you're throwing away with just subscriptions, and I think that's kind of the point of it, because it's like it allows you to utilize whatever service you're paying for, like it becomes part of your routine that you don't think about it, and
Mhm.
so then it turns everything else into that has subscriptions, so that when you realize it's like fuck, $200 in just subscriptions, and then that's when you gotta go back and just just go back and cross a lot of them off.
Yeah. Bro, I don't know how I made it like the last year, or not like up to this point, but like last year, because I was paying like the Disneyland, all these subscriptions, and then like the two tickets I was paying off. Like one of them was like $1,000 in total, so I was like doing payments on it. So all that. So now that I'm like ticket less,
What?
ticket less, ticket less.
Your ticket lift. Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
I don't know
What
why
else are you?
I might tighten that. I'm ticket left, and then I'm also
You
Disney pass left. Um,
Ulysses.
I don't know what's up with my tongue today. I did like almost swallow paint today, so I don't know if that's affecting me. But yeah, so now like I feel so free and like I have all this money in my bank account. I'm like, bro, it's like, but
then
yeah.
It's
then
great.
Mother Earth was like, nah, Yuli's blossoming too much. Pandemic.
Oh my god.
Hey, but it's nice. Underrated. The great feeling of not being broke. It's a fantastic feeling.
Let's go, dude.
Yeah.
Having more than like 200-300 bucks in your bank account every week is glorious.
Yes.
Hmm.
For sure.
Yeah.
Like, is that how you were able to buy the mini coops?
Yeah. So, my dad was like, "Hey, you should go to my bank. They have like this like summer loan program type thing." I was like, "Fine, let me go do it." And I was like, "You know what? No, like I'm gonna be having a couple like extra like money, and then they were giving me
Bunnies.
a lot of hours in the summer at work." So I was like, you know what? Let me just take advantage of this. Like every time someone would call off, like I will be the one. Like, hey, I'll fill in for you. So with just the extra money I was getting by not paying like my Disney and my car payments or my car tickets, and then the extra money I was getting from work, I was able to um go get my mini coops. But speaking of my mini coops, I got fucking
Ooh.
debated by my Mini Cooper.
Why?
For like the
Mm.
past 2 months, I was like driving to work, and like every time, like my butt was burning. Like I couldn't sit on my seat. I was literally like hovering the whole time while driving because my butt would start burning, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Like, why is my seat catching on fire? And then like I would put my hand under the thing, and it's like cold. So I'm like, wait, why the fuck is my butt burning? And like I'll put my hand like in between there, and like it'll be hot. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? I kept thinking my car was gonna explode. Um, and then that just continued for like 2 months. I just like kept suffering it. And then there was one point when I went to go get tested for the coronavirus, and I had to drive all the way like to where the Kardashians live.
Oh no.
So it was far. Like I was there for like an hour, just burning my butt off. And like I thought I couldn't have kids anymore because like I burned them all in my sack. And then and then yesterday I was like, oh my god, let me look real quick. So it turns out my car has seat warmers, and I had it switched on, but it's like it's not where it's not on the knobs like where you have the air conditioning. It's like on the seat. It's just like a little mini switch, and I guess like my fucking big ass calves like I guess pressed on it, and like I was burning my butt without knowing for 2 months.
A question.
Yes.
How was that not like your first thought? Like literally the first day.
Because like when I got the tour, like when I bought my car off like these guys and this lady, and like never once they gave me the whole tour of the whole car. It has Bluetooth, radio, it has like all these buttons. There's cool little LED lights, blah blah blah. There's a secret compartment here. They never once mentioned the seat warmers, and there's no like knobs on the like the dash. So I never like assumed.
I wonder if that's why they sold it. They were like, "No, this seat's too spicy."
It's not, they're like in like it was a kind of rich couple, so I could assume they would be able to handle the spice.
I like that was immediately as soon as you started saying that I'm like sea warmers.
Okay, maybe just because
I-
I've never had a car with seat warmers, so I didn't know the feeling or
I
like.
I knew I've never had a car with them either, but I'm aware of their existence.
Oh damn.
I would have probably just like went and be like, does this model Mini Cooper have seat warmers?
Oh no, yeah. That never
But,
once crossed my mind. Maybe just because I hate like the heat and like heating, so I've never would have like even wanted to turn that on. So I was like, yeah, like this
It-
probably doesn't exist in my car.
It's glorious for winter when it's cold as balls.
So I'm psycho.
Literally.
Do you have like leather seats or fabric seats or what kind of seats are they?
I think it's like fake leather, like
Okay,
faux.
because I was gonna say 'cause I specifically wanted not leather seats
Mhm. Just because of the heat, and then
because
like your
especially
skin,
of the heat.
yeah, and your skin like
Because
sticks
then
to it.
driving you're like this. You're like you don't even want to touch the handle either. You're like this,
Yeah.
and you gotta let the car cool down before you. Nah, I was like, you know
gotta
what? Just
embrace
give
the
me
heat.
the.
That's how you get calluses on your hand.
No, we can get calluses from working out since the gyms are open. Well, at least
Yeah.
not in LA County though.
Oof.
Pero, yeah, I was like, nah, I don't want leather seats. No thanks.
I'm gonna be in the market for a vehicle, maybe
Ooh.
in next summer.
Mhm.
I wanna continue saving up and paying off a few things that I still got left. But I think
Mhm.
by next summer, I'm crossing my fingers, hoping that I'll be in the market, and I'm
Maserati.
Maserati, bro.
Yeah.
That's too poor for me.
Okay, ready, Jack?
I'm
Rapid
going with the
fire.
Bugatti. Bugatti.
Too poor. Whoa. Okay, Jack. Rapid fire questions. Ready?
Cybertruck.
Big car or little car?
Little car.
Cybertruck.
2-door or 4-door?
2.
Cybertruck.
Gas or electric?
Gas.
Cybertruck.
Air conditioning or no?
AC.
Cybertruck.
Bluetooth radio or no?
Bluetooth.
Cybertruck.
Sunroof or no?
Sunroof.
Cybertruck.
Moonroof or no?
Oh,
Cybertruck.
that'd be sick. But I don't think any gas cars have
Tinted windows or
roofs.
no?
Yes. Tinted.
Big spinny rims or no?
Fuck no.
Do you want a wing?
Yes.
Benny
You want to go
rims?
fast? You want to go fast?
Yes.
Beanie rims.
Okay. All right. I think I know which car is right for you.
Okay.
A PT Cruiser.
It's like his Mini Cooper.
PT
A
Cruiser.
PT Cruiser?
It has everything you need, bro.
It doesn't have a wing.
My Webble. If you remember the Webble, it had a wing. My dad put one on.
What?
Dude, that's how I went
Get a-
fast, bro.
No, thank you.
Get a purple PT Cruiser with some of that wood decal on the side,
Yes. No way gets it, dude.
and some AutoZone spinners
Watch
where they
out,
don't
man.
fully spin. They're not smooth spinners. Like you have to manually go them in order to make them spin,
Before
but
you
they don't
start?
actually spin. Yeah.
You just-
You actually have to go.
Get every wheel.
No. I think I'll be in the market for a Subaru.
A Subi.
Yes.
Oh, okay, so you're one of them.
I want to go.
Okay.
Oh, dude, get a
Okay.
PT loser.
Four door or a hatchback?
I think I really like the hatchback,
So it-
but I think I'm gonna go with the sedan, only cause well I think I would have to be there and look at both of them, but I'm thinking that the sedan might have a little more space.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It all depends. If the hatchback is roomy enough for me, I'll probably get that. But if not, I'll go with the sedan. The sedans look sick.
Nice. What color? Ooh, important question.
I'm torn.
Okay, wait.
Hmm.
It'd be one of two. There's one of two scenarios. One, what color would you ideally want?
Mm-hmm.
Two, what colors would they have available?
Big true.
I'm not entirely sure how Subaru dealerships work, but I'm pretty sure you can get any color that you want. It'll take a little longer, but I think they can make it happen. Whether they custom make them or they like import them from elsewhere, I think it can be done. But the colors that I'm torn between, okay, it's three colors. It's black, like a metallic black, the classic metallic blue, or an orange
Yeah.
one.
That's that is ooh, an orange one.
Yes, that toy orange that they have. It's like a very plastic orange looking one. Like see, like this is too neon. The other one's a little more dull. And
Because like when I think Subaru, I think of that blue. It's
yes,
like, it's the blue.
Yes.
I really love the blue, but it's like I feel like everyone has it. I feel like everyone has it, and I've seen like maybe two orange Subarus, so I think
True.
and even and I think the black Subarus are also kind of rare. I don't think I've seen many of those either. So I'm thinking like maybe a black Subaru with white rims, or maybe like gold rims on it. Either one, because I don't know if I want to murder out the car, just all black everything.
No, but it has to be flat black.
Yes, it would have to be like
Has to
a
be
matte,
everything flat black.
a
murdered
matte
out.
black. Yeah. So I don't know. I would have to see where I'm at that point in time. If I'm doing okay with money, I wanna mod it up, and then like pimp
Put a nice
pimp it
fat
out.
body kit.
A murdered out Cybertruck.
I shut up about the Cybertruck.
Yo, bro, think about it. Think about it. You want something unique? You get a Cybertruck.
Cybertruck.
Murder it out.
And then you get like the bunny body kit on it, and just make it look like robot.
And then change your license plate to have Elon Musk's kid's name on it.
I feel like it's safe already. You think
It fits,
SpaceX,
right?
you think the SpaceX rocket, like its license plate when it went up, it just read the the XA-12.
Yeah, dude, because the intergalactic police were like, license, registration. We ran
never
your
know.
plates.
I mean, we're not up there. How are we supposed to know, dude? Oh, wait, did you guys see that like, Space Force? There's a Netflix show called Space Force.
Yes.
But
Oh, yeah,
Netflix
yeah.
was able to like copyright the name, and then like Trumpy was like, "Hey, I made up that. Give me the name."
I was watching it.
So the Space Force is in danger, bro.
I was watching it, and it was kind of meh.
Yeah, it's like, I don't know. Steve Carell movies, like it's kind of expected of
It's
like what
not a
type
Oh,
movie.
of.
it's a movie.
It's not
Oh
a
no, it's
movie.
a sorry, a series,
Oh,
Yeah.
or just like anything Steve Carell's in.
Well, no, The
Like,
Office. The Office was top tier.
oh, that's true. That's different because that's like a mockumentary type. But like his regular like just comedies, like it's always like I could tell what's gonna be said.
True.
speaking of that, I was thinking about this actually earlier today. Um, like as an actor, how if you're well known for a specific role, that's both a good and a terrible thing.
Yeah.
So, for example, like Dwight on The Office, the dude who plays Dwight is like an icon. Everyone knows who Dwight is, or at least where he's from.
Right.
That being the problem, because when he's in anything else, you're like,
Hey, look, it's
you
Dwight.
can't take him seriously because you just see Dwight,
Yeah.
right? Or the dude from The Big Bang Theory, Sheldon.
Yeah.
Like you see him in anything that isn't that, and you're like, no, you should be a nerd. Why aren't you talking nerdy? What is this? So I think it's called typecasting,
Yeah.
right?
It's like
And
that
I
one.
got to assume as what
I was gonna say that like the perfect example is that one cholo dude that's like always cast as the same cholo dude in like
Hector?
every Hector. This cast as like a cholo for everything.
And I think his real life name is also Hector.
It all works out.
It's kind
yeah.
of
I was just
interesting.
thinking of it was a casual thought of like, man, that gotta suck.
Yeah.
Like it's gotta be great because I gotta assume based off of like royalties and shit, you're set
Hmm.
and your legacy is set, but that is all your legacy.
Lame.
True.
That is like any work after this will be like, why is Dwight hunting sharks?
Huh.
Because he was in that movie, The Meg, and you see, or he had like a detective show or something, and you're just like, why is Dwight
Hunting ghosts.
trying to act cool and detective murders?
True.
It just looked off.
Yeah, I
It's like
relate to
that's
him.
gotta like suck.
I relate to him. Like I'm always being typecast as like the big jock who's like always like getting all the girls and like always like all everyone loves him and like he's like the big talk of the town. You know, like sometimes I just want to be like the dorky kid, like the dorky nerdy kid in like the band or something. You know, but just like I'm always typecast into this one role. It's like you know what I could do more.
Well, I think whatever your first role is as an actor starting up, I think you gotta like really think as to what you want to be, because if you don't, like if you just go into whatever project you get right away without thinking about it,
Hmm.
um, you're forever casted as that person, as that role, like what you guys are saying. So I think if you go into action, you're always gonna be like that action guy,
Hmm.
like straight serious, for example, like Vin Diesel. You like he I think he's been in a few comedies. I think he's been in a few comedies, but it's kind of like
But even in the comedy, he's like still like the big
yes, the
buff.
big tough dude.
Yeah.
Like John Cena, he was in that one movie where he was a drug dealer. But he
Yeah.
was still like the tough, like I think he
Cena.
was a
I
vet.
mean, but then it's also physical, just because like he
Yeah.
obviously is physical. So like the perfect like type of person is like kind of just like a regular slim body, kind of like what's the guy, Batman.
Oh, Ben Affleck.
Him too, but I'm thinking of the one before him. But I can't remember him.
I don't know. I didn't watch a lot of Batman. Let me
It'll
see.
come to me.
Batman.
Wait,
The Dark Knight Batman. Dark Knight Batman.
No, I will know.
Christian Bale?
There you
Christian
go.
Bale, like that fool. Since he's kind of like method acting type of person, like he changes his body. Like there's a movie where he gained like a bunch of weight and he was like a big fat dude, But then there's like that one movie where he was like a really scrawny sick dude.
Joaquin Phoenix too.
Well, yeah, he's like another type of.
Cap-
Joaquin.
But then
Kevin.
those are like the certain like method acting guys are like, I don't want to lose like 50 pounds in like a month. That's kind of
But I think what Jack was saying, I think that's just hard to dictate. Because even if you look at the Jim Parsons is his real name, the guy who plays Sheldon in Big Bang.
Mm-hmm.
He did 2 TV series and 8 movies before doing Big Bang Theory,
Big Bang.
and then that shit just took off.
Mm-hmm.
And you got like I got to assume that at the end, while you're doing it, you're like, oh, dude, we're a hit. Every season my contract's just gonna get bigger and bigger.
That's
And
true.
then if you're thinking in the future, royalties are just gonna be coming in because people are gonna constantly be playing the show. But then the the give would be you might always be seen as this one guy,
Mm-hmm.
True.
as this one character. So it's kind of like if you're like I don't know what his financial status was before he took that role, but it's like you could think, you know what? I don't want to be known as this guy, but who knows if you'll get that opportunity ever again.
True.
Yeah.
Well, like how we talked about
Uh,
it before in the one of our like very first podcasts, like secure the bag,
Secure the bag.
secure the bag. After that, go on and like be your
If
true artistic self.
if anything, that would be a challenge. That'd be part of the challenge right there. Was like, okay, the world sees me as this character. Can I get out of it?
Mm-hmm.
Do I have the talent to get out of this?
True. Or like
I'll
Will
take that as a
Smith,
challenge.
like everyone, he was a fresh
Will
prince.
Will, Will Smith got out of it. I don't
Yeah.
I don't necessarily look at him and see Fresh Prince of Bel Air. I know it's what he did, but I don't
Right.
see him as just that, unless that's what he already is.
Well, just because like or maybe another example would be like Jamie Foxx, how he
Where did
was
he come from?
in Living Color. He was like
Oh,
a
okay.
comedian, so he was like a stand-up comic and also comedian in Living Color, and he would play
But for
like
how long?
for like a while. I think he was there like the whole like running of the show. But then he went on to play Ray Charles, well, not Stevie Wonder, but he was Ray Charles, and he won like an Oscar for that. And so now he was kind of like, damn, look at his performance. It's kind of like legit. Like you could see like he knows his craft and like he can actually act.
Yeah.
But he's kind of rare because he's kind of like a triple threat. Like he's comedic. He's also like a musical like,
Yeah.
genius, and he's a great actor. But like he was really taken serious after he like portrayed Ray Charles. So now people didn't like okay like yeah he's the funny dude, but like he also has like some big acting
You on
chops.
that though? I
What's
gotta
that?
check you on that because he was in Living Color for only 3 years.
I mean, but it was a pretty.
Mr. Sheldon Cooper. Mr. Sheldon Cooper was Sheldon Cooper for 12.
Oh yeah, but like
That's a huge difference.
that is true. But like it's
Or
still,
or
but he still like made a big name in the Living Color. Like he still got enough like clout.
but
Those
was
3
he a
years.
specific character? Like, did people know him as this specific character?
Yeah, he always played that girl. What's it called? Sharon.
Because if you know him as Jamie Foxx playing this character, at least you know his name. Like Sheldon Cooper, like how many people actually knew his real name?
I didn't.
Oh, I see where you're kind of talking.
Like that's like Dwight. How
Or
many
like-
people know his real name?
Right. Or like
That's just how you see him.
Put me on the
like people
spot.
know like the Fonz.
He
and the actual
is
actor.
Dwight Schrute.
Right.
Yeah.
Or like Fez. Like not a lot of people know like Fez's actual like name.
His name is
Yeah.
wow. Wilmer Valderrama.
Yeah.
Kind of also in a way like Tom Hanks. A lot of people know him as just like Forrest Gump.
No, I think he has like a lot of iconic roles because like Woody.
He does,
Um,
but I think a lot of people whenever they think of like Tom Hanks, I don't because it took me a long time for me to know for me to realize that Woody was Tom Hanks. It's just something that never registered for whatever fucking reason. Whenever I heard Tom Hanks, personally, I always thought Forrest Gump.
Maybe that's like the first thought, but I think like people still know it's Tom Hanks playing Forrest Gump. I don't think like most people go like only Forrest Gump and like they don't know that it's Tom Hanks.
Well, one of my favorite
Again.
movies is Castaway, right?
Uh-huh.
But I still always think of
Like
Tom
Forrest
Hanks
Gump?
as Forrest Gump.
Maybe that's like his more iconic role. But I
I-
think he still has like other ones that like it's still where he
What,
wouldn't only be
when I hear Tom Hanks, I think Jenna.
Jenna.
That's what I think.
Life is like a box of chocolate.
Life was like a box of chocolates.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right.
You got checked. You got checked.
I got you.
But yeah, I don't know.
Or like I don't know if you guys ever watched oh fuck, I just lost the name. Bones. You guys
No.
ever watch that show? Bones?
Never did.
No, I've never seen that.
Oh. Okay. Well, if anyone knows that show,
Mm-hmm.
there's the lady in that show. Her name is Bones. I think that's her real name. Oh, or at least that's the character's name. That lady is another lady that like I would be it would be difficult for me to see her in a different role that isn't that, because it's such a distinct character. It's like a like if Sheldon Cooper was in a murder murder criminal, like a Criminal Minds type of like
Yes,
show.
Criminal Minds. That's exactly what I was thinking. Or House.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm. Oh yeah. Can
yeah.
you see that guy? Can you see House and anything that isn't House?
Yeah, like medically related.
It's weird.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think people have it worse when it's like TV shows, just because like
Yes.
they're seeing longer.
Because
Yeah.
it's a recurring thing.
Yeah, in movies you could
As-
kind of get
as-
away with it. That's why I was probably thinking like Tom Hanks, cause he could kind of get away with it just because there is like different characters. But he's never. I don't think he's really been on TV where he plays one character.
Because I think Steve Carell is like he's just does very well being an awkward character, but I don't necessarily just see him as
Yeah,
Michael Scott. I just see him as general weird guy.
yeah.
Like when you
Or like Michael Cera. I just
Okay,
see him
yeah.
as like awkward geek
yes.
and everything.
What
I
about
don't even think he acts.
like,
He just says words on the script.
Okay, what about this one, Leonardo DiCaprio?
No.
He's kind of vague. Or like
I don't associate him. Probably Titanic, maybe.
Is
I think-
is that perhaps why he got an Oscar so late in his career?
no, I think
I would have to see who he was up against.
yeah
because
there's some that it was like rigged.
because I feel as a whole, like, okay, The Wolf of Wall Street, right?
Mhm.
I think he should have won for that.
Yes, I think so too. But it kind of makes you think, like, was he overshadowed by other characters in that movie, and maybe that's why for all his other movies he didn't get an Oscar. Because I'm not denying that he's a great actor, right? But could he have done better to really stand out to get an Oscar? Because personally, I don't. Leo is one of those guys who is good, but he's not that memorable for me.
I could kind of agree with that. Just because like all the movies I've seen, it's like very specific ones. Like I haven't seen his whole catalog because he was doing movies as a kid, like before I was born.
Yeah.
So there's still a bunch of movies like I haven't seen from him. It's more of the recent ones that I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, I know Leo for this.
And it's like, it's not a knock on the guy, you know, like he's a great actor, but he's just
He's gonna
not
comment on this podcast. He's gonna be like, "That one orange beanie guy is over here downing my skills, motherfucker."
I don't know. He's just not memorable for me.
Mhm.
That's all. I don't know why.
All the Leo stands, I'll give you Jack's Twitter. Go ahead.
Come at me.
Jack hates Leo. Leo DeCap.
No cap.
Oh,
Only Cap.
because I think the one that comes to mind besides Titanic is what was it? I think called Revenant or some shit.
That's the one he
It
won.
was
the
like
Oscar for.
fighting a bear or something.
Yeah. That's the one he won the
But-
Oscar for.
But maybe then again, maybe I'm thinking of the bear and not necessarily him.
Mm. So the bear should have won the Oscar.
And the bear should have won an Oscar.
See, that movie didn't catch my attention, to be honest.
It's like those type of movies. Usually the movies that are like nominated for Oscars, they're never like big blockbuster movies. It's always like Sundance like type of like indie movies or like
Yeah,
that
because
are
I
not
feel
crazy.
like in order to get an award like that, there have been blockbuster movies that
Right.
have won Oscars, but I agree with your point that blockbusters is kind of like music, right? You have your radio music, like
Mhm.
the hits. It's the music that is kind of
Mhm.
made with the purpose of being on the radio. And then
Mhm.
you have like those like 2 or 3 obscure tracks in the album that it's like the music nerds, those are their favorite tracks.
Mhm.
But then like everyone else is like listening to the simp tracks. And I feel like blockbuster movies are typically your simp movies.
True.
While the Sundance and all those like movie festival uh uh movies,
Mhm.
those are like the ones that are like they can take their time. It's kind of more of a slow cooker. They can take
Mhm.
their time and make sure that everything is right rather than just do it for the bucks.
True. You know who I think does like blockbusters like good is Christopher Nolan. Like his movies are like you get the action, you get the like the crazy like events like Inception, like just the whole like thing with that. There's like so much going on, but it's still like so much action going on. Or even
Oh
like his
yes,
his Dark Knight movies, all the Batman like Dark Knight that whole like trilogy, like it's still
Interstellar,
block
bro.
Interstellar. Well, that one maybe it's like not too. I guess it is kind of blockbustery.
I love how it's like Interstellar,
Just
yeah, but
because.
it's not that great. Yeah.
Oh no, Interstellar. I think it's one of my favorite movies all time. Like, but I wouldn't put it in blockbuster. I think, but
But
maybe
it
you
did,
can.
it did, but it did
Yeah,
look super well, no?
Yeah,
yeah.
it
It
did great
did
numbers.
super well. But that's what I'm saying because it's like Christopher Nolan like made like this hype around him where like his movies are still really like crazy like shot and
Mhm.
like there's so much like it's so like masterful, but it's still like very exciting. Well, it will do well, and there's not a lot of movies that are like that. Usually now, like more recently, the last like 20 years with the whole superhero movies,
Yeah.
or even like with Transformers, where everything's just explosions, like Miguel Bay, where he's just like
Michael.
everything explodes, and then there's always those slow motion shots. Um, like those are like kind of like the blockbuster movies that I'm like, okay,
I,
like I don't think they're bad. Or maybe I will agree they're bad, but like it lives up to like the hype of a blockbuster. Like I just want to see action. I want to see like a crazy third act. That like give me what I want.
Because I think there's.
um,
Oh, sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
um, like, I guess there's two kinds of typecasting. There's the kind of typecasting where you're a specific character, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think that mainly stems from like TV shows.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's the other one that you mentioned, um, where it's like you're a specific genre,
Mm-hmm.
like a Vin being
Like
like
Hector.
primarily an action guy,
Hector
Yeah.
primarily
Hector
being
being
Hector.
primarily a minority. Jason Statham is primarily an action guy. Jim
Yeah.
Carrey is primarily a comedy guy,
Like wait,
and like
you can't knock the homie Hector like that. Listen, let me read you a few of his many roles he's had. Okay.
okay, let me see.
First and foremost, you have Hector,
Okay,
gang leader Hector,
okay.
inmate Hector,
Mm-hmm.
Latino Hector,
Oh,
subway thug Hector, big dino Hector,
big
cholo
what?
Hector. It says dino.
Cholo.
uh,
In what movie? What was that in?
get Pony Boy.
Top
Okay.
10 movie of all time.
Bar thug Hector. Ooh, party Hector. There's one that is not as politically correct, but is El Negro Hector,
Mm.
badass Hector, hitman Hector, Ruve Hood, Dusty Hector, and Diablo Hector. See, don't put my boy Hector in a box, bro.
See, look, yeah, he's like a like different flavor of like vanilla. He's like strawberry vanilla, French vanilla. He's still Hector. He could just like spice it up.
Hand churned vanilla,
Mhm.
bro. Hector's on a spectrum. Don't you put him in a
The
box.
Academy Award
So he's
to give him like a lifetime achievement award.
was Paranormal Activity one of his movies? Is it the right guy that I'm thinking of?
Of Hector?
Paranormal Activity, the marked ones. Is that the right guy? Is that the guy I'm
Oh, the
thinking
one
of?
that's like it takes it in L.A.
Yeah, where he's like, let's go smoke some bitches. When they're gonna go confront the witches, which I will say,
I see what you did
how
there.
often do you go? How often do people in horror movies go to confront whatever it is they're gonna confront without any weapons, without nothing? They just go in there and they think they're just gonna reason with the guy or the girl or whatever the thing is. When I watched that in the movie theaters, and then they're like, hey, your brother is was taken by some witches, and then he's like, him and his homie Armando, I think is his homie. They both like they're packing heat, dude. They got guns and shit. And they're like, let's go smoke some bitches. And I was like, see, look, why couldn't this happen before? Why is it that people go into horror movies unarmed completely, knowing what they're getting themselves into?
I don't think I've seen this one.
Which one?
Everything that you're saying is like spoilers for me.
Oh, well, I mean, it's been out for years, so
Yeah, no,
it's
no,
your fault.
it's okay. No, I'm just looking at I'm looking at images on Google of the movie, and it's like some creepy shit, and I'm like,
What's his name?
I've definitely never seen this. Who?
Hector what?
The
The guy we're talking about? Hector.
oh, his actual name is like Noel.
Yeah, his actual name.
Hold on.
Noel que?
Hold on. Noel Guglielmi. Noel
He's not even
Guglielmi.
like
Oh,
he's not even like
oh,
Hispanic. He's
oh,
like
he might be the
Italian.
homie. He might be the homie. He might be Armando.
Or in the movie. You're talking about.
Ooh,
So,
his
filmography?
lady's name is Tomasa.
Ooh,
Tomasa Guglielmi.
that's an interesting name, Guglielmi.
Yes, I wonder what.
You know who I am? Guglielmi me.
Shut the fuck up. Guglielmi origin. History crest.
Okay, real quick, do you guys know
Italy.
this specific kid? Like I always see him in TV shows and movies, and he's always just a background character, no lines. He's just always there. Look up Jesse Heisman, or sorry, Jesse Hyman. Why would they make that his name?
His name should have been like Richard Hyman. So he could be Dick Hyman.
Oh yeah, him.
You know him? He's
Yes.
like, the specific show that I know him in is
He's from the commercial from the Super Bowl.
yeah, there's that one, but he's in Ned's Declassified School Survivor Guide.
The girl who he kissed on that ad for the Super Bowl, she came out saying after that he was a very good kisser.
Oh my!
That he was one of the best kissers like she's ever kissed.
Let's go, dude.
So
Wait, are you showing the people?
here I'll show the peeps.
I specifically remember him always being in Ned's Declassified School Survivor Guide. Bro, why is there so many pictures of him kissing girls?
Yeah, I took it off just in case.
Oh, the dude I was thinking of, his name is Richard Cabral. If you see him, you know exactly what I mean.
Oh, okay.
Let's see what I know.
Like a lot of his roles, which is dope because I think he actually was like a gang member, if I remember correctly. And he made his way to Hollywood and being in that. But he's the guy. He's the brother of like a kid who's possessed by like the neighborhood bruja, and then he's the one who's like, let's go smoke some bitches. And then I'm looking at the cast, and his homie, his real name is David Fernandez Jr., and he's credited as Cholo.
Hmm.
There you go.
But he looks much like he looks kind of like the Noel guy.
I wanna be in a movie, and I want my biggest role to be dead guy number 5.
Ooh.
Dude, background extra actor.
All right, if we were typecasting each other, what would you put me as? What will be my typecast?
Straight clown,
Like
goofy
in
comedy.
oh, I thought in
No,
makeup.
no,
I was
no,
like, oh,
not like Pennywise, like comedy.
You would scare
like,
yourself.
I'm just like the sarcastic, like goofy kid.
I would see you as like the supporting actor of the main guy,
Yes.
right? Like you're like the funny homie of the main guy, but the main guy is like the boring bland guy. So
Yes.
you're adding the spice and flavor, and I'm
Ki-
not just saying that because you're Mexican.
Because I feel like the main guy's gotta be a dick, and you're not much of a dick.
Well,
You're-
I don't know about Dick, but kind of just more boring,
Yeah, I know what you're
bland
talking
kind of character.
Yeah,
Like he's kind of just like
I know what you're talking about.
He's all face value.
Oh,
Yes.
if you know like Project X, remember that movie? Like the main guy, he's kind of boring.
Yeah.
But then there's like his friend who's kind of like the crazy, like, oh bitches, let's get bitches, this and that,
Yeah.
and he's just like always like making jokes and sarcastic. That
Yeah.
guy.
I think that would be you.
Yeah,
I
because
think that works.
yeah. Now that the more I'm thinking about it, yeah, like the main guy is very like, what you see is what you get. Like that he is meant to play the role of just being that, but with the supporting character, you never know what the fuck he's gonna do.
Interesting.
It's always a
So you-
guesswork.
That's
So you guys wouldn't
Yeah.
cast me as the big jock? Who
no.
beat up
Well, you would need to be big.
Well, he already
You're
is
like,
big.
I mean, I could get.
well, big or wide.
Mall cop number 3.
Ooh, on a Segway though. He's the one on the Segway.
Yo, that guy in those movies are like underrated. The mall cop movies were dank as fuck.
What's his name? Kevin James, I think.
Yeah.
Like his real name. His real name.
Yeah.
I think the character is like Paul Blart or some shit.
I'm fucking god awful with names. So yes.
Man, how are you gonna be a director in Hollywood and not know your actors? Come on, guy.
Hey man, I'm just there to tell what do.
You're gonna be to Leo DiCaprio like, hey, Güerito, come here.
Güerito. Hey tú. Cara de what the
Ojitos, come here.
Ojitos. Say,
Ojitos.
you
Let
don't
me
need
tell
to
you
know
what
the
do.
names. You don't need to know the names. Be like, yo, Ojitos, you do the thing and we shoot video. Okay.
And then if
You're
it
just
was,
like male protagonist number 1, and it's like Tom Hanks and shit. And you're just like, male protagonist number 1. I need you to set up over there and read lines. You know how to.
Jason Samosa.
Jason Mimosa. Oh,
all right,
be
if
like
we're typecasting Jack, what would he be? Let's see.
I think I don't know. I feel Jack is like the Penelope Garcia in Criminal Minds. Like the dude that's like
the
yeah,
hacker girl?
the like
Carlos, wait, Penelope Cruz.
Is it the glasses, bro? Are you
no
typecasting me because of my
Penelope
glasses?
Garcia. That's her name.
Carlos, like,
He's like can you give us a report on this guy? And then like it's like one of those shots where he's in the computer, but it's like the camera's going like that around him.
Are you
He's like-
putting me in a box because of my glasses? Here. What
No,
about now?
I think-
What about now? Ready? What about now?
oh, you
Who am I?
No, no. Now you're
Who
just
am I?
the same guy, but you're like in a bank
Sunglasses.
heist.
It's daytime.
The
You're,
crime is different. No,
you're
in this
undercover.
setting, with the sunglasses, you're committing a crime.
Yeah.
With the glasses, you're like part of the police force.
Yeah, or
That's the only difference.
back up a bit, Jack, and go like this. So now you're
Yeah, dude.
you're bodyguard number 3.
Oof.
You're like Rodrigo Gutierrez, aka the hacker.
Yeah.
El hacker.
I see
But
that.
like I
So I'm
think
a hacker man?
I think it's because when I think of you, I think of your setup.
Mm.
I see your setup now in my mind. So maybe that's why I see you as the hacker,
And
the tech guy.
for the people
You-
who don't
yeah, you
know,
could be the
let me
tech
pull
guy.
up the picture, and I'll put it on the screen right now. But yeah, I think I
what
would see myself as the tech guy too.
Like in Kim Possible, you're the one on
The gadget guy.
the gadget dude. What's his name?
They're like if you have the sunglasses, they're like, Gutierrez, we can't get in, and he's like, don't worry, all right, you're in.
Back to the mainframe.
Oh, I know that I know a great comedy that I think I know what character I would be. It's the great comedy of called the Reggie the Beef Arnold by this comedy channel called The Better Things to Do. There is a character who gives
there.
the orders.
The muscle, dude.
Yes.
You're the big jock.
That should have been me.
El Tucán Negro.
All right, so now if we're typecasting Noé, what will Noé be?
Good question. I already know.
Let's
I
see.
would see him playing like the muscle, like the bouncer, the bodyguard.
Really?
Just cause he has that like fridge build going on, he's very like he looks like he can't be moved easily.
He's a unit.
That
unit.
term always makes me laugh.
The unit,
The-
starring no soul double underscore as the unit.
the washer and dryer setup, dude.
That double stack.
The unit.
The unit. I don't know. I would see him like a paletero. Like and if there's ever a movie with like some kids, and then there's like an ice cream truck, he will be the ice cream man. I don't know why.
Also, what you're saying is I'm the minority of the
We're
the movie.
We're typecasting you.
Oh, okay.
Unfortunately,
It's like,
Hollywood,
have you ever
that's
seen
what-
have you ever seen a Deep Blue Sea?
Yes, I have.
I'm LL Cool J.
LL Cool J.
Because I'm the minority that cracks the funny joke from time to time, but I'm not a main character. But I'm just kind of like there to fill out the diversity tab.
Oof.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna show my setup. Sorry for the shitty picture. This is the best it's gonna get for now. It's a very shitty picture. You guys are gonna hate me for it. It's so pixelated, but this is basically the setup that I'm running on right now. So that's why I'm the tech boy, the hacker man.
Hear this.
Mechanical keyboards.
Yeah. That's the only line you get. That's your
You got
line.
it, Skip.
No, my
That's
line,
your-
my
that's your
line
line.
is the
You got it,
typing.
Skip.
Yeah,
No, my
your
line is the
is-
typing.
is the typing, and I'm hacking to the mainframe, and then you got it.
You're in, Skip.
Clear. Go.
Pretty much.
So if you guys need any hackermans, I'm your boy.
Let's go, dude.
You don't even need props or anything. You just use your actual computer
Setup.
setup.
Just bring Hollywood to
It's
me.
easy money.
To
Bring
the
Hollywood, bring Hollywood to me, and I got the crib. I got the pad.
You go to the audition with your setup. Like, don't worry about it.
Set it up.
I brought my own.
It's like all right, you guys can go take a break. It's gonna be a minute setting up. All right.
All for like a 30-second audition.
Yeah, and then like all right, you can go ahead and step out now. Okay, you guys can go take another break.
No. Another guy who looks exactly like you with the same setup comes in.
Hey,
Because the auditions they'll all be auditioning similar looking guys. So it's gonna be a room full of Jack lookalikes with their own
Yeah.
setups.
Bunch of
But
Samoan
but
guys.
that's how they do it. Like when they cast people, like looking for a big like Mexican, and like so then you get people like who look all the same coming in. It's
That
crazy.
has to be a trip, no?
It
It's
is
just a bunch of
because
like duplicates of yourself.
because at when I was going to school, since my school was kind of like a music performing type thing, a lot of the
Lacma.
singers, a lot of the singers
Lick-
would do like some acting roles too, to just kind of like get them more into like auditioning and stuff.
Mhm.
So there will always be posted like castings on like the hallways and stuff, and then there will always be like looking for blonde like small white girl, looking for a geeky looking boy, looking for a skater type guy, and it was always
Skater
like
boy.
Looking for a sad boy.
looking for a sad boy. And when I'm auditioning, I was like, "All right, sad boy," and I just go, "You got the part."
You're hired. Say less.
Say less. Say no more. You're good.
Hey, I don't know which version of that I like more. Say no more or say less.
Both of them do. They're at
I guess it's a
equal.
situational one
Yeah.
Say no
because
more.
they're
I
both great.
I think
They both crack me up.
I think I prefer say less because it kind of makes you think like what for a second. Say no more is
Like,
more like easily digestible. Say
uh-huh.
less is kind of like what.
Because you know, I think say no more is the more common phrase.
Mhm.
So
Mm-hmm.
say less is a little more like, ooh, a little more flavor, if you will.
Yeah. Because
Like when they
when I think say less, I think someone's putting like their finger in my mouth. I'm like, say
Say less.
less.
Like
Just like,
say less.
I got you.
It's like the pictures where it's like a dude that has like this like anime spiked hair, and then like the captions like you go up to a barber and you're like, I need to go fight Frieza, and the barber's like, say less.
say less.
It's like
I
you've
got
already
you.
said too much.
Oh, what if we do that? You said too much. That should be the new one. Say less. Say no more. You said too much. It evolves.
No, I think say less is still paramount.
That's that's peak over here.
Yes, I think that's gonna be the best permutation of that.
Oof.
But we have been going at it for an hour and 17 minutes.
Ooh, let's go.
I think we can say less, and end it here.
Oh wow,
And
that segue though.
oof.
Dun,
And
Bars.
That is
yeah,
bars.
I think we'll end it here. I think this is a good spot to end it.
Let's
Shout
go.
out to the homie Hector if you're watching. Um, like, subscribe, share it, leave us a comment in the section below. Make sure to follow us on our social medias at JZProds, at King underscore Yuli, at No Soul double underscore. Our Instagram is at BTTD. Two T's. BTTD. Yeah, I said it right. I thought I said one too many. Our Twitter is also at GotBTTD. Actually, yours, no, it's above you.
Oh, mine's above.
Yeah,
Oh,
yours is
oh
above.
wait.
Mine's
This
right
way.
here. Mine's right here. And
Mine's on
then
my teats.
yes, Yuli's is on his teats. Um, I make it happen. We make it happen, and we'll catch you.
Hashtag will never anyone doubt us.
Will anyone ever doubt us? We'll catch you on the next one. Is that the subway dance?
Yeah.
Ah,